Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Hunter Classic. I'm out here today on a map that I haven't hunted in a hot minute over here in Classic. We're on Rougarou Bayou. We're actually starting out on the northern outpost, which is in the more, I guess, regular foresty area, not swampy area, although I am wearing the swamp camouflage, as you can see. And we're out here today because I just, for advancement's sake, don't spend nearly as much time doing daily missions as I probably should for the sake of trying to get to the highest hunter score possible, which I think is like 115,000, something super obnoxious. But anyway, I haven't done daily missions in a hot minute, and my daily mission today was to do something with a feral hog. I needed to, I believe it was ID the tracks of a female feral hog, which I don't have a high enough tracking skill to actually get a gender from it, so it's gonna be just like a 50-50 shot with every single one we pick up if it completes the mission. But I figured, let's go to Rougarou because I haven't been there in a minute, and I don't really love settlers or loggers, where the feral hog are otherwise, and bush rangers didn't appeal to me today. And whatever the other option was, if there is another option, I also wasn't super interested in doing. So, here we are out on Rougarou. I'm gonna kind of just head south aiming for the swamp so my camouflage is at least effective, but I wanted to give myself time to run into, whitetail, black bear, maybe a bobcat on the way down. We have the 30-06 today, Mel's edition, as you saw in the very beginning of this, and I also have the compound bow snakebite in the winter camo that I'm getting kind of close to 1,000 kills with. As far as everything else, I am a little low on ammo today, so we're just gonna see how this goes. I definitely see a black bear over here. There he is. She. Let's see if I can't maybe get to the edge of this hillside here and get a shot lined up on it. Let's see if I can't get this black bear here. Oh, perfect. I feel like so often with black bear, I'm missing the vitals. And like, I know they're in a weird spot. I know they're super far forward, but I feel like I still always mess them up. So let's go pick up our black bear and keep moving south. I totally almost just kept walking down this hillside and missed the bear because I wasn't paying attention. But the reason was I was working on disabling the flock sounds because I started to get closer and closer to the swamp, obviously. And all of a sudden I was hearing pigtail and gadwall, and I went, yeah, if I'm not hunting those, I don't really want to be listening to those. Which I think that was like a huge piece of Classic that I really wish Call of the Wild would have done. I mean, $34 for a female bear is not bad. We'll keep moving south, but yeah, the ability to mute the ducks if you're not hunting them when they're in their migration mode, I really wish that was available in Call of the Wild. I also, on the opposite end of that spectrum, wish that Classic gave me the option to mute the e-collar the way that Call of the Wild does, because Call of the Wild, there's a specific volume slider just for the e-collar, and boy do I wish that was a thing in Classic. That would make hunting lynx and puma so much more tolerable. And bobcat, I suppose. Just the felines in general. I don't really mind the wolves because with the wolves I'll typically just use the elk calf collar. But I feel like I've rambled enough. I'll catch up with you guys when something much more interesting happens than me walking south. So that ping on my hunter mate, I've been waiting to record this because it just absolutely started downpouring and I could not hear myself think. That ping, which is now just a red dot that I've placed, is a female feral hog. So, I was trying, because originally it was at the very bottom point of that little island ahead of me. Originally I was trying to cross over there and get a little closer, and then I was gonna, start chit-chatting, hit record and all the things. Could not find my way over, and I didn't want to stand up and run around to try and figure it out and spook the hog. So, I am going to keep calling sit tight until we can see it and figure out maybe A, where it comes from to cross over to me, since I'm calling, and then find its track and complete my daily mission. So I'm gonna sit tight, keep calling, and I'll check back in, hopefully, shortly. Oh, wait. I just saw a little flash of brown and white. I think it's the brown and white belted. I saw it for like a split second here. This one right here. Wait, wait. Right there. That's gotta be the female, right? Yeah, okay. Proof of life, as we say. Let's see if we can't get them to come closer. Oh, I think that's our pig. Yep, 20 meters. Perfect. Use the bow, that way I can say that I've at least used it today. Oh, perfect. And wrong button. There's another pig over there. Daily mission is just to ID the tracks of a female. So, we're gonna hope that this pig went down fairly quick. Oh. Perhaps not. Well, we might be tracking for a hot minute. That might count. Hopefully. Yep, sure did. Alright. Well, she completed our daily mission. We did not make nearly as good of a shot as I had hoped that we had. We'll pick her up. And I totally thought that the shot was like at the back of the lungs. Oops. Alrighty. Got her picked up. I don't really see anything going on out this way. I'm just gonna head back into the swamp. That is a large pig, I feel like, for the distance it's at. Yeah, that is a pretty big pig. Maybe I can wait for it to turn broadside? I'll call once. Just a little bit. You know, something that I thought about while I was wandering around, I was like, you know what would be a really cool perk for them to add to, like, when you hit level 20 proficiency with a weapon? So say I hit level 20 proficiency with a bow, and the game suddenly gave me the, like, I don't know, 10% chance to, like, recover an arrow when I pick up an animal shot with that bow. I would like to think that was a good hit, but like, let's be real, I don't know. Let's try to place a marker where we shot it, or where I think I shot it at. Let's run over there and see what happened. I think this is the spot. Yeah, there's enough tracks here, it should be. A body hit. Great. And a body hit with the 30-06, I don't know if that's enough to bring them down. Probably not. I picked up the tracks of a white-tailed buck. I'm holding there in my hunter mate a call from a doe. Because I felt like this track lit up too soon. Okay, yeah. So that's where the female's at. The whitetail is possibly near her. We will see. I'm gonna start calling for him though, that's for sure. Because I would love an opportunity for a swamp buck. Oh gosh! He scared me. Hold on. Hold on, my heart rate's so high right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. He scared the crap out of me. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Oh god. Okay. I did indeed find a deer. Oh my gosh. If I had like had a shotgun with me with buckshot or like slugs or something, I feel like I totally could have gotten him. Oh my goodness. That was like momentarily absolutely terrifying. I, for at least a second, thought, oh my god, he's aggressive. Ooh. Okay. So don't get me wrong, like I know it's super loud right now with the rain, but I started crawl tracking the buck after I spooked him the second time, and he has just calmed down and is apparently swimming, but he's coming into the call. Depending on the way he approaches, I will either go with the bow or the 30-06. But I'm specifically going to take the scope off the 30-06 because I know he's going to be close range. So now we wait, and I do kind of just hope that, like, I'd appreciate if he goes around this and turns broadside so I could use the snake bite. But I'm taking the scope off because, like, that is 3 meters away. Oh, and the rain is starting to die down a little bit. I have a feeling that this is going to be the better call. Yep, I'm much happier with that. I'm much happier with that. And we have tracked this whitetail quite the distance. As you can see here on the map, we are at the edge of Rougarou. Like, we started tracking him somewhere around here, I think. That is half a kilometer ago. All the way to the edge of the map. And now the sun's starting to come out. Perfection. And he didn't score nearly as high as I hoped. But it's fine. It's worth a picture after all of the shenanigans. I do hope I can maybe drag him onto the shoreline before I use a pose and he breaks. There we go. Nice. Alright. Buck at the edge of the swamp. Now, because I have a habit of flicking the sunglasses on and off for the effect, that's the only reason I saw this. This is a pig that I shot earlier. But which one? Is this that male pig that I body shot like in the face? Maybe? Yeah, that's him! Oh my gosh. And an 821, that's not bad. Granted, it's more weight than tusks, but like, I found it. Can I see the impact? Or is it like... It said skull. But like, has it been long enough that... Oops, too close. Is that it, maybe? That little spot there? I could have swore it was from this angle. Maybe that's it. Huh. Well, I mean, I eventually found it. Look at that. Doc doesn't have to write me a letter. You know, speaking of just like maps that I don't hunt in general and like hunter score and like all of those things, when it comes to collectibles, I feel like don't get me wrong, on Rougarou Bayou there are, give me 1 second, I literally have this in a notebook. Rougarou Bayou has shark teeth, silver dollar, and whitetail deer sheds. I don't know if I've ever collected any of those, except maybe one time. Oh, this is gonna be great. Let's put the scope back on real quick. I can't believe she stood there as long as she did. Anyway, I don't think I can recall picking up a shark tooth. I don't think I've ever been able to actually find a white-tailed shed on this map, which I feel like it'd be really easy because like when a collectible happens, right, like the foliage around it kind of disappears other than the base like grass and stuff. I feel like this would be a map where it'd be really easy if you're, you know, paying attention enough to notice the bigger foliage disappear as you approach, but, you know, here we are. I clearly haven't. So, let's grab this whitetail doe. Oh yeah, perfect shot. I don't know how I got all of that with, like, a single bullet. Plus she was pretty much broadside, but alright. Continuing on. Was this her track? No, it wasn't. Alright. But that is it. That is all I have for you today. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time. This has just been a chill little hunt over on Rougarou with some daily missions and deer. Bye! Hey, so this is Bree editing. I never actually activated my daily mission. Yeah, I don't have it in me to go back and re-record or retry this. But I might go into Pick-a-Bean Bay and just like grind sandbar while I edit. Mission successful. Bye!